Guys, I am Paromita. Welcome to my YouTube channel PCM by SKPK. So we are doing reduction chapter. Yesterday I post part 1 from reduction chapter. So the next math for integration of sec to the power nx, we know we use 2 sec to the power n minus 2 and sec square x. We break the bracket s because by breaking this, we all know that minus 2 and plus 2 is equals to 0. Then this is always equals to sec to the power nx. So next line, we just apply the formula of uv integration and integrate the line. Simplifying the line by uv integration, I just put the value of in this equation, that is in is equals to, we know, integration of sec to the power nx, so that's why in minus 2 is equals to integration of sec to the power n minus 2. I just put this value and then calculate the value of I. For your kind information, I explain the line again, that is the uv integration. For uv integration, we know firstly we stop u, so here u and v, which is u and which is v, that is u is sec to the power n minus 2x, that is u, and v is sec square x. So firstly we stop u, that is we do sec to the power n minus 2x, stop, and integration of sec square x, minus integration and derivative of sec to the power n minus 2, that is n minus 2 sec to the power n minus 3. We know that derivative of x to the power n into x to the power n minus 1, so x to the power n minus 1, that means n minus 2 minus 1, n minus 3, and this is not x, that is sec x, so derivative of sec x, that is sec x tan x, and finally again integration of sec square x dx, that is tan x, so that's why I write tan square x. So that's the answer of this question. In is equals to sec to the power n minus 2x tan x by n minus 1 plus n minus 2 by n minus 1 n minus 2. Next question number 7, that is find the value of mn is equals to integration of sin to the power mx cos to the power nx dx. So we just put sin x is equals to z, then calculate the value, and we break the into function, that is cos to the power n minus 1 and cos to the power x, plus minus is equals to 0 and cos to the power nx equal to. Next line, we just break the bracket, integration of sin to the power mx cos to the power nx dx, that is putting sin x is equals to z, that is cos x dx is equals to dz. So z to the power m dz is equals to z to the power m plus 1 by m plus 1 is equals to sin to the power m plus 1 x by m plus 1. So that's how we divided this into uv integration rules. Here is u is equals to cos to the power n minus 1 and v is equals to sin to the power mx. So we just put the value and calculate the value of z, that is sin to the power m plus 1 x by m plus 1 plus c, where c is the constant. Then by applying this uv integration rule, we calculate the value, that is cos to the power n minus 1x sin to the power m plus 1x by m plus 1, that is constant, minus of n minus 1 cos to the power n minus 2x into derivative of cos x, that is minus sin x, bracket in the bracket, and then sin to the power m plus 1 by m plus 1 x dx, that is integration of those. Next line, we just calculate the value, that is cos to the power n minus 1x sin to the power m plus 1x by m plus 1 plus n minus 1 by m plus 1, that is the constant part of this integration, and integration of cos to the power n minus 2x sin to the power m plus 2x dx. So अब हमें इस इंटीग्रल को इंटीग्रेशन करना पड़ेगा. Now for this integration, we again integrate this. Firstly put the main thing, that is cos to the power n minus 1x sin to the power m plus 1x by m plus 1 plus n minus 1 by m plus 1. Then integration of cos to the power n minus 2x sin to the power mx sin square x dx. Next we also write the constant part, that is cos to the power n minus 1x sin to the power m plus 1x by m plus 1 plus of plus n minus 1 by m plus 1. Then integration of cos to the power n minus 2 x sin to the power mx into 1 minus cos square x, that is we know sin square x is equals to 1 minus cos square x, so we put the value. Next again cos to the power n minus 1, तो एक्चुअली द जो कांस्टेंट पार्ट है वो हमें लिखते ही जाना है बार बार, ठीक है. देन द पार्ट ऑफ इंटीग्रेशन दैट इज cos to the power n minus 2 x sin to the power mx minus cos to the power n x sin to the power mx dx. So that's the integration. Next, so I m n is equals to cos to the power n minus 1x, जो एक्चुअली कांस्टेंट पार्ट था वो हमें लिख लेना है. देन वी पुट द वैल्यू ऑफ I m comma n minus 2 and I m comma n from the equation of the first line. Okay, we just put the value of it, nothing more else we can do. So next line I m comma n को हमें एक साइड में लाना है, that is 1. यहाँ पे जो n minus 1 by m plus 1 था वो नेगेटिव था, तो उधर जाके वो प्लस हो जाएगा, ठीक है. वही लिखा है हमने. देन cos to the power n minus 1x sin to the power n plus 1x by m plus 1 plus n minus 1 by m plus 1 I m comma n minus 2. देन जो m plus n by m plus 1 कैलकुलेटिव वैल्यू आता है. देन आई m comma n इज इक्वल्स टू, हमें फिर से जो वो लाइन एक बार से लिखना है. एंड देन वी जस्ट कट आउट m plus 1 फ्रॉम द टू साइड्स, बिकॉज ये कॉमन एक पार्ट है. सो वी कैन कॉल ऑल्सो दैट वी मल्टीपल m plus 1 फ्रॉम ईच साइड, एंड वी ऑल्सो से दैट हम m plus 1 से वो कट कर रहे हैं. ओके, सो नेक्स्ट लाइन m plus n into I m comma m is equals to cos to the power n minus 1 x sin to the power m plus 1 x plus n minus 1 I m comma n minus 2. Next we put the value of I m comma n. Actually we calculate this and simplify the line. m plus n जो था इधर को वो हम बाई कर देंगे इस साइड पे लेके. ओके, राइट साइड में हम उसको डिवाइड कर देंगे. सो दिस इज आवर आंसर. आई m comma n is equals to cos to the power n minus 1x sin to the power m plus 1x by m plus n plus n minus 1 by m plus 1 I m comma n minus 2. This math I solve the question number 8, that is I m n is equals to integration of sin to the power n minus 1x cos to the power mx sin x, that is sin to the power nx cos to the power mx dx. Actually we interchange the value of m and n in sin x and cos x. So here u is sin to the power n minus 1x, so I stop this and integrate v, that is cos to the power mx sin x dx, minus integration then derivative of u, that is sin to the power n minus 1x, and derivative of this n minus 1 sin to the power n minus 1 minus 1, that is n minus 2 x cos x. Why cos x? Because derivative of sin x, that is cos x. Then again integration of cos to the power mx sin x dx whole to dx, because the formula uv integration told us to integrate this equation again. So next line I just simplify this equation. Integration of cos to the power mx sin x, we just put the value, that is cos x is equals to z, so minus sin x dx is equals to dz. Then the value of the z to the power m dz is equals to cos to the power m plus 1 x by m plus 1 plus c. Neglected the c. Then we put the value of this integration, that is cos to the power m plus 1 x by m plus 1 minus simplify the value of this equation in the line. We just simplify this line. Next line again we wrote this, and then we just integrate this, that is sin to the power n minus 2x and cos to the power m plus 1. We break this, that is cos to the power mx and cos x, and there is also a cos x, so that is cos square x. We know that 1 minus sin square x is equals to cos square x, so in the next line we just put this in the position of cos square x. After this we just simplify the equation by breaking the brackets. For the next line I just put the value of I m n that is sin to the power n minus 1x cos to the power mx sin x integration. And like that, I am n minus 2. I put this value and then calculate it in the simplified form. So I just मैंने इस इक्वेशन को सॉल्व किया, दैट इज आई एम कॉमा एन into the bracket 1 minus n minus 1 by m plus 1, because in this side there is I m n and n minus 1 into m plus 1, so I put it in the other side. Next, just the line same before, then again I just cut out m plus 1 from the two sides. Next, we just solved the equation, that is I m comma n, that is the value the question wants, equals to sin n minus 1x cos to the power m plus 1x by m minus n minus 1 by m minus n I m comma n minus 2. That's the answer of this question.